I've been getting lots and lots of requests for what the scales section in your spiral or folder should look like when you are finished. So I already did a video for the spirals. So if you have a spiral, this isn't the video for you. This is if you have a folder. Now, if you have a folder, I'd like for your folder to have prongs inside and to also have page protectors. Now, this student didn't have any page protectors at the time, which is fine. The scales aren't in the page protectors, but that is what I ideally want. All right, just give me a second. I thought I was organized. I'm not, and I refuse to start this video again. So just give me a second. All righty. So with your folder, you should have, clearly I covered this up. I need to protect the student's privacy, but you should have your name, your block, and my name on your folder. All right, so your first 2 pages should be one of these 2 pages that are in here right now. All right, whoops, I almost showed you the student's name. So the first one or second one, so the first 2 will be this, your FSA data chat. There we go. Like this, and then your getting started scale. Apparently I told different kids different things, so I didn't mean to do that. But your first 2 pages should be one of these. Now, everything else is going to follow a pattern. You're going to have a cover page for every reporting category. On that cover page, you are going to have reporting category, the number it is, the title of the reporting category, the tested standards, and then what your score was for that category. Behind that, in order, you are going to put the scales that accompany each standard. So, for reporting category 1, you are going to put the scales for reading literature 2, reading literature 3, and then reading informational 2 and reading informational 3. I will show you what it looks like, but just so you get an idea, it follows a pattern. You'll have five cover pages, one for each of the reporting categories. Once you get page protectors, you will put them in the page protectors, not front to back. One piece of paper per sheet. All right, one piece of paper per sheet, per page protector. All right, so not front to back. You see how he has one sheet in here and one sheet in here? That is what you need if you're using page protectors. If you're not using page protectors, feel free to just punch holes, because the scales that are on focus, there's room for holes right here. At least I think there is. All right, so this is what's going to go in page protectors if you have them. If you don't, just punch holes. So you need a cover sheet for reporting category 1. It'll have the title, which is this, reporting category 1, key ideas and details, your score, and the tested standards. Then in this order, you're going to put each scale. So standard 2 for literature goes next. We don't have a scale for reading literature 1. It is because for reading literature and reading informational, standard 1 is always citing text to support your thinking. Okay? So we've incorporated that into each scale. Now, just really quickly, what is a scale? A scale is your step ladder into learning the standard. So before we can accomplish the standard, which is always 3, we need to do these things. So every assignment that we practice, at the beginning, will teach us one of these things, and we'll practice it. When we get it all down, we should be able to do this and be tested on it and get it correct. All right? Now this up here, a 4, is when you're like rocking and rolling with it. Like you are really making it happen. All right. Down here, we're going to keep track of the assignments we do that talk about this standard. How do you know what the standard is? Look here. Standard 2 literature. That's RL2. Reading literature 2. Or you can look here. RL and then last number 2. All right. Now, again, here's your order. Cover page. Standard 2 literature. Standard 3 literature. And then standard 2 informational. Standard 3 informational. And then a cover sheet for reporting category 2. And it just follows a pattern. Reporting category 2, here are your standards. Where do you get this from? Look at your FSA data sheet. Standard 4 literature. Standard 5 literature. Standard, where are we go? 4 informational. Standard 5 informational. Now, here's what you need to know. Whoa. Standard 6 informational. Here's what you need to know. There are 2 standards tested in this reporting category that I don't have scales for. L5 and L4. I will create the scales for those standards, all right? For right now, just skip it, all right? Don't just, when I give them to you, you can put them in place, all right? All right, so next is reporting category 3. Here are your tested standards, and of course, it's going to go in order. You'll have a page for RL7, RL9, RI7, RI8. There is no RL8. That's only informational, and RI9. You'll also have space for SL3 and SL2. I have not created scales for SL2 and SL3. What are SL2 and SL3? Remember, we have 5 sets of standards. Reading literature, it's designated as RL. Reading informational, that's RI. Language, that's L. SL, speaking and listening, SL. Writing, W. All right? I know, we have 5 sets of standards. It's because we're so awesome. All right? So, reporting category 3, it should be in order. There's your literature 7. Literature 9, remember there is no literature 8. Informational 7, informational 8, informational 9. There isn't a scale for SL2 or 3. When I make them, I will let you know. Reporting category 4. The tested standards are L1 and L2, language standards 1 and 2. I haven't created scales yet. I will. And finally, reporting category 5. It tests writing 1, writing 2, and writing 3. It's not on your paper, but I'm telling you it does. And there are scales for each of those. All right. And then, of course, behind here, writing 1, 2, and 3 in order. If this student chooses to use page protectors, there'll be 1 sheet per page protector. There's a reason why. All right. And it's because as we complete assignments, let me just pull a random scale. As we complete assignments, we'll write the date, the assignment, and the grade that you got on that assignment. And if you run out of room here, we're going to write on the back. And that's why I only want 1 sheet per page protector, because I want you to be able to see it at all times. All right. Now, I am hoping that this will help you out, okay? So page protectors are fine. If you don't want to, go ahead and punch holes in it. That's cool, all right? So here's your definitive instructions for how to make this happen, all right? All right.